Ocean predators. The sperm whale, titan of the ocean depths. The vastness of the ocean hides many giants, but few are as enigmatic and/or inspiring as the sperm whale. These colossal marine mammals, with their massive heads and deep diving abilities, are among the most extraordinary creatures of the sea. In this narration, we dive deep into the world of the sperm whale, exploring its physical features, hunting strategies, social life, migration patterns, and its crucial role in maintaining the balance of ocean ecosystems. The sperm whale, or Physeter macrocephalus, is the largest toothed predator on Earth. Males can grow up to 20 meters, 66 feet long and weigh over 50 tons. Females are smaller, typically reaching about 12 meters. These whales can be found in every ocean, from tropical to polar waters, making them one of the most widespread marine mammals. What distinguishes the sperm whale most is its massive square-shaped head, which can make up to 1/3 of its entire body length. This enormous head houses the largest brain of any animal on Earth, and a unique organ called the spermaceti organ, which plays a vital role in buoyancy and echolocation. The sperm whale's body is a marvel of evolution. Its skin is wrinkled and dark grey or brown, often scarred by battles with giant squid or parasites. These scars are a testament to the whale's deep-sea adventures. But perhaps the most incredible adaptation is their ability to dive to extreme depths. Sperm whales regularly dive to depths of 1,000 to 2,000 meters, and some have been recorded diving as deep as 3,000 meters, nearly 10,000 feet. To survive in such conditions, their lungs collapse during descent, and they rely on oxygen stored in their blood and muscles. In the darkness of the deep ocean, vision is useless. Instead, sperm whales rely on echolocation to navigate and hunt. Using the spermaceti organ and a complex system of air sacs and tissues in the head, they produce powerful clicking sounds. In the darkness of the deep ocean, vision is useless. Instead, sperm whales rely on echolocation to navigate and hunt. Using the spermaceti organ and a complex system of air sacs and tissues in the head, they produce powerful clicking sounds. Their hunts are mostly solitary. A whale will dive deep, sometimes for over an hour, scanning for prey using echolocation. When it finds a squid, it uses its powerful jaws and suction to capture it. Scars from squid tentacles, sometimes lined with hooks, are often found on the heads of sperm whales, evidence of the fierce battles that occur in the abyss. Female sperm whales and their young live in tight-knit groups called pods, often consisting of 10 to 20 individuals. These groups are highly social, with members assisting in childcare and protection. Males, however, leave the pod when they are around 10 years old and live a more solitary life, returning to breed. Communication among whales is carried out using click patterns called codas. These codas vary among groups and can be thought of as a sort of dialect, unique to each pod. It suggests a highly intelligent and cultural society, where information and traditions are passed down generations. Breeding usually occurs in tropical or subtropical waters. Males may travel long distances to find receptive females. During the breeding season, males may compete for mating rights by displaying strength or vocalizing. After mating, the gestation period lasts about 14 to 16 months, one of the longest among mammals. A single calf is born, measuring about 4 meters, 13 feet long, and weighing nearly 1 ton. Calves nurse for over 2 years, although they may begin to sample solid food earlier. Sperm whales can live up to 70 years or more, although some individuals have been estimated to be over 80. Sperm whales are found in all major oceans, but prefer deep waters far from coastlines. Females and young remain in warmer tropical waters year-round, while adult males migrate to colder regions, such as the North Atlantic or near Antarctica, to feed. Sperm whales are not only physically impressive, but also highly intelligent. Their brains weigh up to 9 kilograms 20 pounds, the largest of any animal. They show signs of self-awareness, cooperation, emotional bonds, and long-term memory. Their social structures and vocal communication hint at a form of culture, previously thought to be unique to humans and great apes. Some researchers even propose that whales possess distinct personalities and may grieve for lost pod members. Historically, sperm whales were heavily hunted for their spermaceti oil, which was used in lamps, lubricants, and cosmetics. This led to a dramatic decline in their population for the 18th and 19th centuries. Today, commercial whaling has mostly ceased, and the species is listed as vulnerable by the IUCN. However, sperm whales still face numerous threats: ship strikes, noise pollution, plastic ingestion, climate change affecting prey availability, entanglement in fishing gear. Protecting sperm whales requires global cooperation and enforcement of marine protected areas. Sperm whales play a crucial role in the ocean's food web. Their feeding habits help control populations of deep-sea squid and other prey. But perhaps more surprisingly, they also contribute to the health of the ocean's carbon cycle. The sperm whale is a symbol of power, mystery, and deep intelligence. It has survived centuries of human exploitation and continues to roam the vast, dark oceans, whispering to its kin through pulses and clicks. The whale, voice of the ocean. Beneath the vast blue surface of our oceans roam some of the most magnificent creatures to have ever existed, the whales. These marine mammals, some of which can reach lengths of up to 100 feet, inspire or wonder not only because of their massive size, but also due to their intelligence, social behavior, and unique adaptations to life underwater. Whales belong to the order Cetacea, which includes both whales and dolphins. They are further divided into two main groups: toothed whales, which have teeth and hunt prey like squid and fish, and baleen whales, which use comb-like structures, called baleen plates, to filter small organisms like krill from the water. Among the most famous baleen whales is the blue whale, the largest animal known to have ever existed. Weighing up to 200 tons and measuring as long as 3 school buses placed end to end, the blue whale is a gentle giant that feeds primarily on krill, tiny shrimp-like creatures, consuming up to 4 tons of them in a single day during feeding season. Sperm whales are equipped with a powerful sonar system that allows them to navigate the dark depths of the ocean, where light doesn't penetrate. This echolocation ability is one of the most sophisticated biological sonar systems in the animal kingdom. Whales are warm-blooded mammals, which means they breathe air and must surface regularly. They have evolved blowholes, nostrils located on top of their heads, to exhale and inhale efficiently. When a whale surfaces to breathe, it often releases a spout of water vapor into the air, a sight that has long fascinated sailors and marine observers. Some species, like the humpback whale, are known for their spectacular breaching behavior, leaping out of the water and crashing back down with a tremendous splash. This may be a form of communication, a way to remove parasites, or even just playful behavior. Whales are also highly social animals. Many species live in pods, groups of individuals that can include mothers and calves, siblings, or larger social structures. They communicate using a variety of sounds, including clicks, whistles, and complex songs. The humpback whale's song is particularly well known. It can last 4 hours and be heard across vast distances in the ocean. These songs are believed to play a role in mating, navigation, or group cohesion. The intelligence of whales is evident not only in their communication, but also in their cooperative behaviors. Orcas, or killer whales, the largest of the dolphin family, and technically a toothed whale, are apex predators known for their advanced hunting techniques. They work together in coordinated groups to herd fish, knock seals off ice floes, or even create waves to wash prey into the water. These strategies are learned and passed down, indicating a form of cultural behavior. Reproduction among whales is another fascinating aspect of their biology. Female whales typically give birth to a single calf after a long gestation period, usually around 11 to 18 months, depending on the species. Newborn calves are often born tail first and must immediately swim to the surface for their first breath of air. Mothers are highly attentive and nurse their young with rich milk, forming strong bonds that can last 4 years. For instance, grey whales undertake one of the longest migrations of any mammal, from the icy waters of the Arctic to the warm lagoons of Mexico, where they give birth. However, despite their majesty, whales face numerous threats. Commercial whaling once brought several species to the brink of extinction. Although international bans have helped populations recover, challenges remain. Climate change is altering ocean temperatures and currents, impacting food availability. Ship strikes, entanglement in fishing gear, noise pollution, and plastic pollution are persistent dangers to whales today. However, despite their majesty, whales face numerous threats. Commercial whaling once brought several species to the brink of extinction. Although international bans have helped populations recover, challenges remain. Whale watching has also become a global ecotourism industry, raising awareness and promoting the protection of these creatures without harming them. However, despite their majesty, whales face numerous threats. Commercial whaling once brought several species to the brink of extinction. Although international bans have helped populations recover, challenges remain. Whale watching has also become a global ecotourism industry, raising awareness and promoting the protection of these creatures without harming them. They carry with them the deep rhythms of the ocean, the silent songs of the sea, and the legacy of endurance and evolution. Whales migrate primarily for 2 reasons: to feed and to breed. During the warmer months, they travel to colder, nutrient-rich waters like the Arctic or Antarctic to feed on vast quantities of krill, small fish, or squid. These regions support massive blooms of plankton, forming the foundation of the food web. In contrast, when the waters begin to cool and food becomes scarce, Whales head toward warmer tropical or subtropical regions, where they give birth and nurse their young. Take the humpback whale, for example. These majestic creatures migrate up to 8,000 kilometers each way, moving between the icy feeding grounds of Alaska or Antarctica and the warm breeding areas around Hawaii, Mexico, or the South Pacific. Their navigation is precise, and scientists believe they use a combination of the Earth's magnetic field, solar positioning, ocean currents, and even acoustic cues to guide them. During migration, whales often travel in small groups or alone, moving steadily, but not hurriedly. They can swim at average speeds of 5 to 15 kilometers per hour, though some bursts may reach higher speeds when necessary. Their navigation is precise, and scientists believe they use a combination of the Earth's magnetic field, solar positioning, ocean currents, and even acoustic cues to guide them. One of the most famous migratory species is the gray whale, which travels an astonishing 16,000 to 20,000 kilometers round trip each year, from the frigid waters of the Bering and Chukchi Seas down to the sheltered lagoons of Baja California, Mexico. These calm, shallow waters provide a safe environment for mothers to give birth and care for their calves away from predators like orcas. Interestingly, whale migrations are not just linear routes. Along the way, whales may rest, communicate through vocalizations, and even breach or tail slap, possibly as part of social interaction or navigation. Calves are born during the migration or shortly after arrival in the breeding grounds and must quickly learn to swim and surface for air. They accompany their mothers on the return journey, a test of strength and resilience that sets the tone for life in the ocean. Interestingly, whale migrations are not just linear routes. Along the way, whales may rest, communicate through vocalizations, and even breach or tail slap, possibly as part of social interaction or navigation. Calves are born during the migration or shortly after arrival in the breeding grounds and must quickly learn to swim and surface for air. They accompany their mothers on the return journey, a test of strength and resilience that sets the tone for life in the ocean. Whale watching has also become a global ecotourism industry, raising awareness and promoting the protection of these creatures without harming them. The shark phantom of the ocean. For over 400 million years, sharks have roamed the oceans, long before dinosaurs walked the earth. These ancient survivors have evolved into more than 500 known species, from the small dwarf lantern shark, which fits in the palm of your hand, to the massive whale shark, stretching up to 12 meters in length. They are not just hunters, they are marvels of biological engineering. A shark's body is perfectly adapted for a life of predation. Unlike bony fish, their skeleton is made of cartilage, a tough but flexible tissue that makes them both lightweight and fast. Their torpedo-shaped bodies help reduce drag in the water, allowing them to swim silently and swiftly. Their skin is covered in tiny tooth-like scales, called dermal denticles, giving them a sandpaper-like texture and improving hydrodynamics. Combined with powerful tails and muscular bodies, sharks can cruise long distances or launch into sudden bursts of speed. Sharks are equipped with some of the most refined senses in the animal kingdom. Their sense of smell is legendary. They can detect a single drop of blood in a vast ocean from hundreds of meters away. But their sensory abilities don't stop there. Sharks can detect vibrations in the water through a specialized line of sensory cells along their sides, known as the lateral line. They can also sense the tiny electrical fields generated by living creatures using electroreceptors, called the ampulla of Lorenzini, enabling them to locate hidden prey buried in sand, or even navigate across oceans. Hammerhead sharks use their wide heads to pin down stingrays. Thresher sharks use their long tails, like whips, to stun schools of fish. Each species has its own specialized hunting method, honed through millions of years of evolution. Different sharks have different ways of catching prey. The great white shark, for example, ambushes seals from below in a high-speed vertical strike. Depending on the diet, teeth vary, razor-sharp for slicing, flat for crushing, or needle-like for gripping slippery fish. Despite their fierce reputation, sharks rarely pose a threat to humans, and most species avoid contact altogether. Unlike many fish that lay thousands of eggs, sharks invest more in fewer, well-developed offspring. Some give birth to live young, while others lay egg cases, often called mermaids' purses. However, this slow reproductive rate makes sharks vulnerable, especially to overfishing and environmental threats. Despite their fierce reputation, sharks rarely pose a threat to humans, and most species avoid contact altogether. Unlike many fish that lay thousands of eggs, sharks invest more in fewer, well-developed offspring. Some give birth to live young, while others lay egg cases, often called mermaids' purses. However, this slow reproductive rate makes sharks vulnerable, especially to overfishing and environmental threats. Despite their fierce reputation, sharks rarely pose a threat to humans, and most species avoid contact altogether. The Greenland shark, slow-moving and ancient, can live for more than 400 years, making it one of the longest living vertebrates on Earth. Sharks play a crucial role in maintaining the health of marine ecosystems. By preying on the weak, sick, and overpopulated, they keep fish populations balanced and coral reefs thriving. Without sharks, marine life would spiral out of control, potentially collapsing entire ecosystems. The Greenland shark, slow-moving and ancient, can live for more than 400 years, making it one of the longest living vertebrates on Earth. Sharks play a crucial role in maintaining the health of marine ecosystems. By preying on the weak, sick, and overpopulated, they keep fish populations balanced and coral reefs thriving. Without sharks, marine life would spiral out of control, potentially collapsing entire ecosystems. Sharks are not monsters. They are essential creatures of the deep, finely tuned by evolution, and vital to ocean health. If we are to protect the seas, we must also protect the sharks. Sharks are not just instinct-driven hunters. Many exhibit surprising levels of intelligence. Studies have shown that some species can learn from experience, remember locations, and even solve simple problems. In captivity, sharks like lemon sharks have demonstrated the ability to recognize individual humans and differentiate between shapes. This helps them blend with the dark ocean when viewed from above, and with the sunlight when seen from below, making them harder to spot for both prey and predators. While many people imagine sharks as grey torpedoes, their coloration serves specific purposes. Most sharks have a counter-shaded pattern, darker on top and lighter underneath. Sharks are incredibly adaptable and inhabit a wide range of environments. Reef sharks dwell in shallow coral habitats, navigating narrow passages with agility. Pelagic sharks, like the blue shark, roam the open ocean, sometimes migrating thousands of kilometers across continents. Others live in extreme conditions, The Greenland shark survives in near-freezing waters of the Arctic, while species like the epaulet shark can survive out of water for short periods, using its fins to walk across tidal pools when oxygen is low. This adaptability makes sharks true champions of survival. Unlike most fish that use a pump mechanism to move water over their gills, many shark species rely on a process called ram ventilation. They must swim continuously to force water over their gills to extract oxygen. This is why some sharks, like the great white or the mako, can never stop moving, or they risk suffocation. However, some bottom dwellers, like nurse sharks, have developed the ability to breathe while resting by using their cheek muscles to actively pump water over their gills. Let us admire their grace, respect their power, and ensure their survival for their world, and ultimately, for ours. The stingray glider of the ocean realm. Beneath the shimmering surface of the tropical and subtropical seas, an elusive creature glides with grace and silence, almost like a shadow. This is the stingray. With its flat, diamond-shaped body and sweeping, wing-like fins, the stingray seems to fly through the ocean more than swim. It belongs to a unique class of cartilaginous fish, closely related to sharks, but possesses an elegance that sets it apart. Stingrays are incredibly diverse, with over 200 different species spread across the globe. From the massive manta ray, boasting wingspans over 7 meters, to the small, cryptic species hiding under sandy seabeds, stingrays have adapted to thrive in a variety of marine environments. Some prefer the open ocean, while others reside in coral reefs, estuaries, or muddy seafloors. Stingrays are generally peaceful creatures, preferring flight over fight. However, they are well equipped to defend themselves. At the base of their long, slender tail lies their namesake, the venomous sting. This barbed spine is used solely for defense, and can inflict serious wounds if the animal feels threatened. Contrary to popular belief, stingrays do not use their tails to hunt or attack. Most injuries happen when they are accidentally stepped on. When it comes to feeding, stingrays are bottom dwellers. They use their keen sense of electroreception, similar to sharks do, detect the faint electrical signals emitted by prey hidden beneath the sand. With a powerful suction motion, they inhale clams, crabs, shrimp, and small fish, crushing them with flat, plate-like teeth adapted for grinding. Stingrays also play an important ecological role. By disturbing the seafloor while foraging, they help recycle nutrients and maintain a healthy ocean bottom, supporting the delicate balance of marine life around them. Their method of locomotion is fascinating to observe. Some species flap their fins like wings in a graceful, undulating motion, while others ripple their bodies like a wave. This fluid motion allows them to conserve energy while patrolling the ocean floor or cruising through coral canyons. Stingrays also play an important ecological role. By disturbing the seafloor while foraging, they help recycle nutrients and maintain a healthy ocean bottom, supporting the delicate balance of marine life around them. The life of a stingray is not without threats. Natural predators include sharks, larger rays, and some marine mammals. However, human activities pose the greatest danger. Overfishing, habitat destruction, and pollution have led to the decline of many stingray populations. Some species are targeted for their meat or for use in traditional medicines, while others become accidental bycatch and trawling nets. The life of a stingray is not without threats. Natural predators include sharks, larger rays, and some marine mammals. However, human activities pose the greatest danger. Perhaps the most iconic of all rays is the majestic manta ray. With its vast wingspan and distinctive harm-like cephalic fins, the manta is a symbol of mystery and intelligence. Perhaps the most iconic of all rays is the majestic manta ray. With its vast wingspan and distinctive harm-like cephalic fins, the manta is a symbol of mystery and intelligence. As we continue to explore the oceans and uncover their secrets, the stingray reminds us that beauty often lies in silence. Their movements are soft, their defense hidden, their lives lived in the spaces between coral and current. The stingray glides on, untouched by the chaos above, a graceful phantom of the sea. Internally, the stingray's body is a marvel of specialized design. Unlike bony fish, stingrays have a skeleton made entirely of cartilage, a flexible, lightweight material that gives them both strength and agility. This cartilage structure allows their bodies to bend and flex as they glide through the water with minimal resistance. Their broad pectoral fins are fused to the head, forming the iconic disc-like shape that distinguishes rays from other fish. These fins contain complex muscle arrangements that enable precise control of movement, helping the stingray to maneuver effortlessly along the ocean floor. On the underside, their mouth is shaped for bottom feeding, positioned perfectly to scoop up prey. Close by are two small slits, the nostrils, and, behind them, the gill openings, which allow water to pass through and facilitate breathing even when the animal is buried in sediment. Interestingly, on top of the head, just behind the eyes, are two spherical small openings that draw in water and direct it to the gills. This adaptation allows stingrays to breathe while lying flat against the seafloor without sucking in sand or debris. Their skin is often smooth, but can be covered with dermal denticles, tiny, tooth-like structures that help reduce drag and offer some protection. The coloration of a stingray's upper body usually matches its environment, acting as camouflage, while the underside is often pale to blend with the lighter surface when seen from below, a classic example of countershading. The lionfish, venom of the sea. In the warm tropical waters of the Indo-Pacific, an extraordinary predator glides silently through the coral maze, adorned with venomous spines and cloaked in beauty. This is the lionfish, an elegant assassin of the reef. Graceful yet deadly, the lionfish is a master of survival. But how does such a striking creature thrive in such a competitive, complex world beneath the waves? Scene transitions to a lionfish hovering motionless near a coral head. The lionfish is more than just a predator, it's a master illusionist. With long, flowing fins and bold stripes, it mimics the sway of seaweed, confusing both prey and predators. Its colors serve as a warning. Bright reds, whites, and browns announce one thing to the reef: danger. But in truth, the lionfish isn't built for speed. Instead, it relies on stealth. It drifts slowly, effortlessly, conserving energy while scanning for movement. Its eyes, large and unblinking, can detect the slightest flicker of motion in the sand or sea. Few creatures notice it until it's far too late. Scene cuts to a small school of juvenile fish, darting near coral. A lionfish slowly approaches. The lionfish is a tactical hunter. It does not chase, it stalks. When prey is spotted, the lionfish flares out its pectoral fins, creating a wide circular wall, herding small fish into a corner. In a fraction of a second, it expands its jaws and swallows the fish whole. Its mouth creates a sudden vacuum so strong, the prey has no time to escape. Surrounded by those fan-like fins, the prey becomes disoriented. The lionfish moves in closer, almost gently, then strike. It tolerates a wide range of salinity and temperature, allowing it to thrive in warm seas, estuaries, and even brackish waters. Surrounded by those fan-like fins, the prey becomes disoriented. The lionfish moves in closer, almost gently, then strike. These spines are not used to hunt, they are strictly defensive. If a predator attempts to bite the lionfish, they are met with a searing sting. The venom causes intense pain, swelling, and sometimes paralysis. In rare cases, it can be fatal to small marine predators, or even dangerous to humans. Thanks to this defense, few creatures dare to approach the lionfish. It has very few natural predators. This makes it one of the most secure mid-level predators on the reef. Scene changes to the Atlantic Ocean near Florida and the Caribbean. In recent decades, lionfish have been spotted far from their native waters. Likely introduced through the aquarium trade, they have spread aggressively through the Atlantic, Caribbean, and Gulf of Mexico. Without natural predators to keep them in check, lionfish populations exploded. They outcompete native species for food and space, devastating reef ecosystems. Scene changes to the Atlantic Ocean near Florida and the Caribbean. In recent decades, lionfish have been spotted far from their native waters. Likely introduced through the aquarium trade, they have spread aggressively through the Atlantic, Caribbean, and Gulf of Mexico. Lionfish reproduce with astonishing efficiency. Males compete for females by displaying their fins and circling, with the most dominant males mating with several females. During spawning, the female releases two gelatinous sacs filled with thousands of eggs. The male fertilizes them immediately. These sacs float and drift with the tide far from predators. After just a few days, the larvae hatch and begin feeding on microscopic plankton. Within weeks, they grow strong enough to settle in shallow reefs. From that moment on, they become stealthy, solitary hunters just like their parents. Despite their cold appearance, lionfish exhibit surprisingly strategic behavior. They sometimes hunt cooperatively, especially when prey are abundant. Two or more lionfish may corner schools of fish together, taking turns striking. They also adjust their hunting times. While many reef predators hunt by day, lionfish hunt both day and night, taking advantage of every opportunity. They also adjust their hunting times. While many reef predators hunt by day, lionfish hunt both day and night, taking advantage of every opportunity. They remember territories, return to successful hunting spots, and can even recognize patterns in prey behavior. This intelligence, combined with their physical defenses, makes them nearly unstoppable. Scientists and divers have taken action. Spearfishing campaigns target lionfish to reduce their numbers. In some places, lionfish are caught and served as delicacies, encouraging local economies to help control the invasion. Lionfish derbies, community events to hunt them, have become popular in coastal regions. But even so, their numbers remain high. The battle to control lionfish populations is ongoing and difficult. Their resilience and stealth make them one of the most successful invasive species in the ocean today. The lionfish is a paradox of nature, breathtaking yet deadly, graceful yet destructive. In its native home, it plays a vital role in maintaining reef health. But in foreign waters, it disrupts delicate ecological balances. Its story reminds us that nature is interconnected, and even the smallest changes can ripple across entire ecosystems. To admire the lionfish is to admire nature's creativity and to respect the balance that keeps our oceans alive. Beneath the waves, survival favors the clever, the adaptable, the unseen hunter cloaked in elegance. This is the world of the lionfish. The lionfish is a stunning display of nature's artistry. Its body is adorned with bold, zebra-like stripes of deep red, rusty brown, and creamy white, stretching across its slender frame. Long, feathery fins fan outward in a dramatic display, decorated with translucent membranes and vibrant bands that shimmer in the water. These vivid patterns are not just for beauty, they serve as a warning to potential predators, signaling the venomous spines hidden within. In the soft light of the reef, the lionfish glows with a haunting elegance, both mesmerizing and menacing. But beneath this elegant appearance lies a calculated predator. The lionfish is calm, patient, and deliberate. It does not rush. It glides silently through the reef, watching, waiting. It shows no fear. Even when approached by larger creatures, its confidence comes not from speed, but from its deadly defenses. Solitary by nature, it prefers to hunt alone, relying on strategy and precision other than brute force. This combination of grace, boldness, and quiet lethality makes the lionfish one of the ocean's most enigmatic hunters. While its appearance is dramatic, the lionfish's personality is calm and calculating. It moves with deliberate grace, never wasting energy. It prefers to remain still, hovering quietly in the water, often mistaken for drifting seaweed. This stillness is a tactic. It waits patiently, using its surroundings for cover, until the perfect moment to strike. Confident and solitary, it rarely shows signs of stress or panic. Instead, it relies on its camouflage, venomous spines, and precise ambush skills to survive and dominate. The dolphin glide king of ocean. Welcome to the ocean, a realm of endless blue, where some of the most intelligent and graceful creatures on Earth make their home. Among them, one species has fascinated humans for centuries with its intelligence, charm, and playful spirit, the dolphin. Dolphins use echolocation, emitting sound waves and listening to the echoes, to locate prey and navigate even in dark or murky waters. With highly developed brains, Dolphins can learn, remember, solve problems, and even recognize themselves in mirrors. Each dolphin has a distinct whistle, like a personal name, which allows them to call and identify one another. With highly developed brains, dolphins can learn, remember, solve problems, and even recognize themselves in mirrors. To the cetacean family, which also includes whales and porpoises. There are over 40 species of dolphins, each uniquely adapted to their environment, from coastal shallows to the deep open sea. Perhaps the most famous is the bottlenose dolphin, known for its curved mouth that gives the appearance of a permanent smile. A dolphin's body is perfectly designed for life in the water, streamlined for speed, and covered in smooth, rubbery skin that reduces drag. They can swim at speeds up to 30 kilometers per hour and leap high above the surface with astonishing agility. One of the most remarkable features of dolphins is their intelligence. Their brains are among the largest in the animal kingdom relative to body size, and their neocortex, the part responsible for problem solving and emotions, is highly developed. Communication is vital in dolphin society. They use a combination of clicks, whistles, and body movements to convey messages. Each dolphin has a unique signature whistle, like a name, that it uses to identify itself and call others. Their echolocation ability is another extraordinary trait. By emitting sound waves and listening to the echoes, dolphins can see their surroundings in great detail, helping them navigate and hunt in murky waters. Dolphins are highly social creatures. They live in pods, close-knit groups that can range from a few individuals to over 100. Within these pods, dolphins form strong bonds, cooperate to hunt, protect each other from predators, and even care for the sick or injured. These bonds can last a lifetime. When it comes to feeding, dolphins are skilled and creative hunters. They eat a variety of fish, squid, and crustaceans, depending on their habitat. Some dolphins use a method called fish herding, where a group of dolphins works together to corral fish into tight balls, making them easier to catch. Another fascinating aspect of dolphins is their playful behavior. They love to surf waves, toss seaweed to each other, and engage in synchronized swimming. These actions may seem like games, but play is an important part of dolphin culture. It helps young dolphins learn skills, strengthen bonds, and keep their minds sharp. Dolphins also show a remarkable capacity for emotion. They can express joy, curiosity, and even grief. When a member of the pod dies, dolphins have been observed staying beside the body, gently touching it, and emitting sorrowful sounds. This emotional depth reinforces the idea that dolphins are not just intelligent, but deeply sentient beings. Reproduction in dolphins is equally intriguing. Mating behaviors are often complex, involving vocalizations, displays, and physical contact. After a gestation period of around 12 months, a female dolphin gives birth to a single calf. The baby is born tail first to prevent drowning, and the mother immediately helps it to the surface to take its first breath. For the next few years, the calf stays close to its mother, learning how to swim, communicate, and hunt. However, life in the ocean is not without danger. Dolphins face threats from predators like sharks and orcas, but human activity is now their greatest risk. Pollution, fishing nets, boat strikes, and habitat destruction have all taken a toll on dolphin populations. Noise pollution from ships and underwater construction interferes with their echolocation and communication, making survival even harder. In some places, dolphins are still hunted or captured for entertainment purposes, yet there is growing awareness and effort to protect them. Marine reserves, dolphin sanctuaries, and stricter fishing regulations are all steps in the right direction. Conservation groups around the world are working tirelessly to ensure that dolphins continue to thrive in their natural habitat. There is something undeniably magical about dolphins. Their grace, intelligence, and friendly demeanor have earned them a special place in our hearts. From ancient myths to modern science, dolphins have inspired awe, curiosity, and compassion. As we continue to learn more about these incredible creatures, it becomes clear that they are not so different from us. They form families, communicate with complex language, teach and learn, play and mourn, and navigate the world with both logic and emotion. In a world where we often feel disconnected from nature, dolphins bring us back, reminding us of the beauty and complexity of life beneath the surface. Let us honor and protect these brilliant marine ambassadors, so that future generations can continue to witness their wonder in the wild. If you observe dolphins closely, you'll notice just how expressive they are. Their eyes, positioned on the sides of the head, can move independently, giving them an excellent field of view, both above and below the surface. They often make eye contact with humans, a gaze that feels both curious and conscious, as if they are studying us as much as we study them. Their sleek, grey bodies often glisten under the sunlight, and their dorsal fins, the tall fins on their backs, can be seen slicing gracefully through the water as they swim in unison. In some species, the sides of their bodies are speckled or lightly colored, providing camouflage in the shimmering ocean light. Watching a pod of dolphins surf alongside a boat or leap out of the waves in perfect synchronization is one of the most breathtaking sights in the natural world. Dolphins also have a fascinating way of sleeping, known as unihemispheric slow wave sleep. This means that only one half of their brain sleeps at a time, while the other half stays alert. This allows them to continue breathing and stay aware of their surroundings, even while resting. During this time, dolphins may float near the surface or slowly swim, often with one eye open. Some dolphins even display cultural behaviors, traditions passed down through generations. In certain parts of the world, dolphins use marine sponges to protect their snouts while foraging on the seafloor, a learned behavior that varies between populations, much like how human cultures differ in customs and tools. The orca, killer of the sea. Beneath the surface of the world's oceans moves a creature both feared and admired, the orca, also known as the killer whale. With its bold black and white markings and its reputation as a master hunter, the orca has captured human imagination for centuries. But behind the dramatic name, an animal of intelligence, culture, and deep family bonds. Orcas are the largest members of the dolphin family. Adult males can grow up to 9 meters long and weigh over 6 tons, while females are slightly smaller. Yet size alone does not make the orca remarkable. It is their intelligence and social lives that set them apart. Orcas live in pods, family groups, led by experienced females. These pods are more than hunting teams. They are societies where communication, cooperation, and tradition are passed down through generations. Orcas use a wide range of vocalizations, clicks, whistles, and pulse calls, and each pod has its own distinct dialect, a cultural identity unique to that group. Cooperation is at the heart of their survival. Orcas are apex predators, sitting at the very top of the marine food chain. But they do not hunt alone. Instead, they develop remarkable strategies suited to their environment. In icy Antarctic waters, they create waves to knock seals from ice floes. In the fjords of Norway, they herd schools of herring into tight balls before striking them with powerful tail slaps. In the Pacific Northwest, some pods specialize in salmon, while others target seals, sea lions, or even large whales. These specialized hunting cultures have earned orcas the nickname wolves of the sea, for their teamwork rivals that of wolf packs on land. Orcas are found in every ocean on Earth, from the Arctic to the tropics. Scientists have identified different ecotypes, populations with unique diets, behaviors, and even genetics. Resident orcas often eat only fish and live in stable family groups. Transient orcas roam more widely, hunting marine mammals. Offshore orcas live farther from coastlines and may target sharks. This diversity shows how adaptable and resourceful orcas are as a species. Despite their power, orcas face serious threats. As top predators, they absorb high levels of pollutants, such as PCBs and heavy metals, which can harm reproduction and health. Noise from ships and sonar interferes with their communication and hunting. Overfishing of salmon threatens populations that rely on this critical food source. These pressures remind us that even the strongest ocean hunters are vulnerable to human impact. Orcas have large, highly developed brains. They can learn, remember, and even teach each other hunting strategies, showing signs of culture and social learning. Each pod of orcas has its own language or dialect of clicks and calls, much like regional accents in humans. This helps them recognize and communicate with their own group. As apex predators, orcas have no natural enemies. They work together in coordinated hunts, sometimes knocking seals off ice floes or creating waves to wash prey into the water. Surprisingly, despite their fearsome name, there is no record of wild orcas attacking humans. Many cultures view them with reverence. Indigenous peoples of the Pacific Northwest see orcas as protectors and symbols of family unity. To encounter an orca in the wild, watching them glide effortlessly through the waves, is to witness both beauty and raw power. Ecologically, orcas play a vital role in maintaining balance in the ocean. By hunting seals, fish, or whales, they regulate populations and prevent overgrowth of certain species. Despite their name killer whale, orcas actually belong to the dolphin family Delphinidae, and are the largest members of it. Their presence can even alter the behavior of other animals. For example, large whales may shift their migration routes when orcas are nearby. As such, orcas are not just hunters, but key players in the health of marine ecosystems. What makes them truly extraordinary is their intelligence and cultural richness. Young orcas learn hunting skills from their elders, much like humans passing down traditions. They are playful, sometimes tossing fish into the air or riding waves behind boats. Their ability to cooperate, to teach, and to learn makes them one of the most advanced non-human societies in the ocean. Conservation efforts are underway to protect these animals. Marine sanctuaries, stricter pollution controls, and restoration of salmon runs are critical steps. The global outcry against keeping orcas in captivity has also grown, as people recognize that such intelligent, social beings belong in the wild, not in tanks. The orca remains a symbol of freedom, strength, and connection. To see a pod surface in unison, their misty breaths rising against the horizon, is a reminder of the deep bonds and hidden intelligence within the ocean. More than a predator, the orca is a guardian of the seas, a living testament to the balance of nature and the importance of protecting our oceans for generations to come.